I'm Emily AC, and I'm going to show you that I can somewhat talk to my cat to prove that it's a really cool thing that anybody can learn. First, I'm going to show you what I feed my cat, which is going to be probably opposite of whatever you've heard from any of the cat friends and any science diet magazine or whatever. Your cat is a mammal, so that means your cat can eat basically whatever you do. And if your cat is showing signs of mental illness like insanity, depression, or psychopathy, then you can change the cat's diet and stimulate the cat's brain through talking to it and becoming more social with it. And you can pull it out of mental illness. So first I'm going to show you how you feed your cat, and I'll show you that your cat doesn't like it. And I'll show you how to convince your cat to eat the food because you love the cat. So, now we need the ingredients. This is juice derived from lots of green vegetables like kale, chard, romaine, lettuce, broccoli, and then there's a bunch of other vegetables in it like carrots. We've got cauliflower, pretty much any vegetable you want in there. You can't have too many. You're going to want to have like 70% vegetables, 30% fruits. They can be whichever fruits you want, just so long as they're varied in color. This particular one, oh, there's also beets in here. That's why it has that lovely color. Beets are really good for you. And it has spinach. Then, yeah, you can put any kind of fruit in it. This has oranges, kiwi. It's got a lot of mango. There's a lot of mango in this batch. But like I say, you can put any kind of fruit just so long as it's 30% fruit, 70% vegetable. And the way you sort of measure on how much to give your cat, it really depends on how big your cat is. So I have a little cat that's supposed to be around 5 pounds. And so I figure if I give myself, woo! Sometimes you get a little flash. If I give myself a glass that's about this large, then I sort of do a little bit of division in my head, how big is my cat based upon myself, and then I measure out, well, she's probably going to have this much would be an 8-ounce glass to a kitty cat. And it's okay if you're a little bit generous because you can't have too many vegetables. Anything your body doesn't use, you'll just expel. Keep that aside. You can use some of your basic kitty cat food. My cat really likes Fancy Feast, so I choose to give that to her. And if I don't have Fancy Feast wet stuff, then I have Fancy Feast dry stuff because she just doesn't seem to care. I give her a mixture of wet and a mixture of dry and some of this. And if I had something that I thought was okay for a cat to eat, like my 30% vegetable puree, 70% meatloaf, for example, with a little bit of plain potato. Your cat can have things like that too, just so long as they're from the earth. Yeah. If it isn't a science experiment food, then it's totally safe for your cat to eat in very small amounts. So, first you get some of the stuff that your cat really wants to eat. This food here has gravy in it, it's got meat, so it's going to nurture a little bit of psychopathy. Everybody needs to be well balanced. They need a little bit of psychopathy. That's what the meat is for. The oil is good for her coat, and it's also good to have so she can easily cough up a hairball, for example. But when your cat has more nutrition, they don't cough up hairballs as much. And you really don't need to give your cat very much of the meat at all. You know, if you look on the package, they say something like half of this. No, your cat only needs a little bit of meat every day, and you won't starve them at all. They'll be perfectly fine, especially if they don't get around too much. If they're a really active cat, then you're going to want to give them more meat. So we're going to take this juice concoction that's vegetable and fruit. We're going to put it over the meat. Mix it in. Your cat does not like that. Your cat wants the meat all by itself, the gravy all by itself. The cat does not like the vegetable part. Trust me. She does not like that. She even expressed a little bit of displeasure when she saw me putting it in there. Now we're gonna go for a little bit of dry food. Oop, spit a little. I have Asperger's, so I'm a bit clumsy. I'll wipe that up in a minute. Now we're gonna go put a little bit of dry. Again, you don't need very much. Not very much at all. This might even be a little bit generous. The great thing about having dry cat food in the house is that a few little vittles work as a good kitty cat treat. And you put the dry in your little puddle of healthy for your cat juice. And then, whoop, put it down. Alright, Tater, dinner. Meow. There it is. She will be displeased. Oh, I hope I didn't train her well enough that she just goes right for it. I need her to be displeased to prove that I can do this. Yeah, she does not like to eat that. She does not like that there is... Oh no, I trained her well enough. Damn it. Oh.